A lot of us are gearing up for Celebration 2019. Let's talk about some of the things you can do while you're in Minneapolis. Hey everybody, welcome back to Prince's Friend, exploring music through Prince. Follow me on social media. And I've kind of done a few of these videos so far, kind of going over some of the things that you can expect when it comes to Celebration 2019. We've done the initial announcement, and we've done the detailed guest list. And now it's time to talk about some of those awesome things that you can do outside of Celebration, because there's lots of them. The main thing that I'm going to cover in this video is the parties. But before we jump into that, we currently have a Patreon drive going on. Don't forget to check that out. We're going till the end of April, and we're hoping to get 70 patrons, so help us hit that goal. I think that'll be really cool. You can check that out at patreon.com/princessfriend. Awesome, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go day per day of Celebration. I was able to get my hands on a list of different events being thrown by a couple of different event organizers, and I did a little bit of detailed research on each of the events, so maybe I'll be able to convince you to go to one or another. Let's get started. It's obviously early in the month, but April 4th, there's a chance to go see Dr. Mambo's Combo, and that is a band that consists of Sonny T and Margie Cox. If you have not seen them, they are amazing. They're gonna be at the Uptown VFW, post 246, and that is at 8:30, so you want to go check that out. That's actually at the beginning of the month. It's not technically part of Celebration, but I love Dr. Mambo's Combo, so you should go check them out. The next big thing I want to point out is Record Store Day, which is April 13th, also not technically part of Celebration, but on that day there's going to be a special edition Versace Experience cassette tape that will be on sale for Record Store Day. Definitely go hit up Electric Fetus if you happen to be in Minneapolis. If not, go to your local record store. And hopefully they have one as well. All right, we're getting closer to it. On April 20th, there's gonna be a show from Erotic City, which is a Prince tribute band. That's gonna be at First Avenue at 8 p.m. So you wanna go check that out if you happen to come into town early on the 20th. They're pretty good, actually. I checked out some of their YouTube. Just do a search for Erotic City Prince tribute and you'll be able to find some too. They're not a show that I wouldn't not see. So now we're up to April 23rd. This is that Tuesday. Celebration starts on Thursday that week. Again, this is for people who might happen to be in town early. So on that day at 5 p.m., there's going to be a Purple Family meet and greet. It's hosted by Tracy Wilson, and we'll have DJ Alfonso Starr and special guest Martin Kemper there. From the listing, there's gonna be food and music, and you can come and you can hang out and have a fun time. So if you're in town early and you're not doing anything, it doesn't hurt to go check it out. You could make a worse choice. All right, April 24th, this is the day before Celebration begins. That's the day I'm flying in, so I'm paying attention to a lot of these things. Because you gotta get that pre-party on. At a place called Gluck's at 5 p.m., Paisley 5 and Dime is going to do an kickoff party, and any proceeds that are collected there are going to the Rosie Gaines Health Fund, so it's a good cause. It does say that there's limited ticketing, and it looks like it might already be sold out, but if that's something that you're interested in going to, check it out and see if you can finagle some tickets. That night also at 8 p.m., there's going to be the Starr Party 2, and that's at the Poor House. And it looks like if you didn't make it to the Purple Family meet and greet the day before, the same people will be here, so good on you. If you missed the first one, you can get to this one. Then there's Remembering Prince 3 at the Carver County Library, and this one seems pretty cool. It's going to be a small gathering of people who want to get together and discuss Prince's contributions to the Minneapolis community and his philanthropy and whatnot. It's at a library, so you can't talk really loud, but it seems like it's going to be a really fun time. All right, so now we're on to Thursday, the first day of Celebration, and there's some fun stuff going on after you get out of Celebration. So first off, our girl Shelby J, she's gonna have a concert at the Capri. It's gonna be one of the last concerts before it gets completely remodeled, so you definitely wanna come out and check out the show. We did talk about it a little bit in my interview that I did with Shelby, so you wanna check that out. And she's gonna have a 7 p.m. and a 10 p.m. show to accommodate both tracks of the Celebration people who are gonna be at Paisley. I will be at the 10 o'clock showing, so you might even see me if you get to go there. I did hear through the grapevine though that their tickets are almost sold out, so you definitely want to try and pick those up quickly. Again, I'll try and put a link in the description so you can check that out. Then there's gonna be another amazing show called Nothing Compares to P, and that's gonna be in St. Paul at 7 p.m. at the Minnesota Music Cafe. That's where I interviewed Jellybean Johnson last year, so it's a really fun venue. This event is sporting 5 bands and tons of special guests like Kim Berry and Marva King, plus There's always people in and out of that place, so it's a fun place to be if you can't make it to the Capri. They're kind of very far from each other. So a third show that I was hip to that evening is at the Dakota, and it's by Jearlyn Steele, and it's called This Is Me. That show's at 7 p.m., and she has a phenomenal gospel voice, so you could do worse than to go and see her if you're not able to make it to some of the other parties. And if you go to this one over here, but you miss this one over here, that's what us friends are for. We can share our experiences and tell each other about all of the wonderful times that we've had. All right, moving on to April 26th, that's the Friday. That's Celebration Day 2. And now this is a big day for Celebration itself. This is gonna be the day that they're doing Prince live in concert at the Armory, and it's the day that anybody who's VIP, who has the money for VIP, will be going to the VIP party at Paisley Park afterwards. So because of that, there's not a ton of events going on that evening. Nobody wants to compete. But I do have note of one event that's happening that night. It's gonna be at the Ice House at 10:30 p.m. and it's called LP Music Live. Now it's gonna be a bunch of live music. I don't recognize any of the names that are on the list of the performers, but that could just be because I'm not a local boy. But the Ice House itself is a really great venue. So if you wanna go out, listen to some live music, maybe get hipped to a new performer that you've never heard of before, maybe that's the show for you, 10:30 p.m. on that Friday at the Ice House. The 27th, that's Saturday night. This is the big night, because Saturday night and the feeling's right. I should have sang that. So first up, the MPG are gonna be performing. That's at 9 p.m. and it's gonna be the whole MPG. It's probably gonna be really hot. They're probably gonna sell out pretty quickly, so if you do not have tickets to that, you definitely want to go buy them now. That same night, the Ice House is throwing yet another party. This one's called the Dance Electric 4, and is going to be DJ'd by DJ Dudley D. That should be a lot of fun. At 11 p.m. later that night, there's going to be Love to the Nines, an intimate exploration of Prince's music. And it actually has Tommy Barbarella on the keys, and he's brought on a vocalist and a percussionist and whatnot to come and help him, but they're gonna be kind of doing some fun Prince music. I think that one sounds like it's gonna be more low-key than some of the other big raucous parties. At 7 p.m. at the Minnesota Music Cafe, so they're doing more stuff as well on Saturday, there's gonna be a show called Legacy, and it's going to sport Marva King there again, but also the Jellybean Johnson Experience, Paul Peterson. It's gonna be so much fun if you're hoping to possibly see these particular performers in concert. And there's one more party that night. Oh, that's right! My party! Okay, it's called Party Uptown. It's gonna be at the Moxy Hotel. That's where I'll be staying, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to stay there too, and if you want a discount on your hotel room. And obviously this is gonna be the happening party, because that's where I'll be. Not only are we going to have book signings by Andre Hollingsworth, Alan Bolio, and Kim Berry, not only are we going to have a silent auction of artwork by Christy Abbott, where proceeds go to the PRN alumni, not only are we going to have Prince music spun all night by DJ Way Funky, who has done many themed parties like this. Not only will there be giveaways, not only will it be streamed live, not only will it be a social media event where you can come and meet me, and I'll be there interviewing guests as well as the party attendees, and we're gonna be sharing a bunch of stories and our love of Prince. Not only will Terry Jackson be there to give a special tribute to his Grand Central brother-in-arms, Hollywood William Daughtry, not only will there be a visual slideshow and games, but on top of all of that, admission is easy. Just say you believe and you will get in. Yes, that's right, that party is free. It's where you want to be, come hang with me. Moving on to April 28th, that's the last day of celebration, that's the Sunday. Since there's going to be a lot of people who are either leaving early, not going to do as much partying because they partied so hard on Saturday, whatever have you, there's not really much going on in the way of parties on that day. There's probably a few here and there, but none that have really hit me on my radar. But on April 29th, there is going to be a party that evening at 6 p.m. It's called This for Prince Party. It's going to be at the Lab Theater. So if you're still in town, it's listed as a Prince tribute kind of party. It is also going to have Marva King. Wow, she's just popping up everywhere, isn't she? And any proceeds that are made there will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation and the PRN alumni. And obviously, that's only your choices outside of Celebration. During Celebration, we're going to have the Funk Soldiers, we're going to have the Revolution, we're gonna have Jesse Johnson, there's gonna be panels, there's gonna be tons of fun going on at Paisley Park. Now, in between all the parties and celebration, you're probably gonna wanna do some sightseeing. So here's a list of some things you can go and check out. So if you can, you want to check out First Avenue. That is a great venue. I went to a party there last year. It was lots of fun. If you're doing Celebration, you're automatically going to get a Paisley Park tour as part of the package. But if you're not doing Celebration, you may want to try and hit it the day before or the day after, especially if you're going to be in town a little bit longer than the actual event. Definitely go check out the Purple Rain House. It was kind of surreal to see it in person. You also want to try and hit Lake Henderson, which is the fake Lake Minnetonka, and they just put the bench there last year, which means you'll have a place to sit. You want to go to the Capri Theater, and you want to go before it gets remodeled. You want to check it out in its full glory now, because maybe next year or the year after, it's not going to be the same way. And of course, the best way to go see the Capri would be to go to Shelby J's show, just saying. You definitely want to hit up the Electric Fetus. That's a great record store, great ambiance. I really love the atmosphere there. There are a ton of public murals as well. Lots of great art just to see, just driving around town. I believe that there is a website that has a list of all of them with addresses and whatnot, so check that out. Look for that online. One that I missed last year was I didn't get to go see the Graffiti Bridge, and I'm gonna try and do that this year. If you can, definitely do it. I love all of the pictures that I see on social media from people who get to go there. Oh, and last but not least, there's obviously the Mall of America. It's not Prince themed, but it's huge! I went there just for a moment last year so that I could go to the Hard Rock Cafe and see what Prince clothes that they had there, but oh my god, it's so big. Alright everybody, that was my video on what to do while you're in town for Celebration. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Follow me on social media at PrincessFriendYT on all of the social media platforms. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/princessfriend. You can help the channel directly for as little as $2 a month. And as always, may you live to see the dawn. I love you. See you at Celebration.